Good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Uma Bhandalkar Hodbe, welcomes you in this weekly Katha Kathan program, arranged on account of Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti and Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti. These two were great persons who fought for our country. Mahatma Gandhi gave the message of truth and non-violence, and Lal Bahadur Shastri, the second Prime Minister of India, prompted the White Revolution, which leads to the increase and production in supply of milk, and Green Revolution, which leads to increase in food grain production. Our school, Anuyog Vidyalaya Marathi Medium, has successfully celebrated Katha Kathan Saptah from 2nd October till 8th of. We have arranged this program to encourage students for reading and learning in this corona pandemic situation. It gives me an immense pleasure to in this auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming everybody. Stars shine at night. Some stars shine at bright daylight. Stars shine at night. Some stars shine at bright daylight. It's my pleasure to welcome our today's President, Mrs. Sanjuni Chindarkar, Madam, our today's special guest, Mr. Ashok Khandekar, Sir, all my teachers, my students, and parents on this auspicious occasion. Today is the first day of our program. As we everybody know that every program is incomplete without welcome song. So I would like to call Ganesh Sawant sir for welcome song. Sawant sir.
Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Gopala Mukunda Krishna Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Gopala Mukunda Krishna Vaishnava Jana to Tene Kahire Jo Par Pira Jani Re Vaishnava Jana to Tene Kahire Jo Par Pira Jani Re Par Dukhi Upatar Kari Tari Mani Abhimana Nami Parduki upakar kare tari mani abhimana nati re sakala jani sarva se bande dinta kare nachi re sakala jani sarva se bande dinta kare nachi re वाचतन मने चलाके धन्यतयाचे जननी वाचतन मने चलाके धन्यतयाचे जननी पति राघव राम पतित पावन सीताराम Pati Raghava Pati Tapavan Sitaram पतित पावन सितारा, पतित पावन सितारा। धन्यवाद मैडम।
Thank you, sir. Our school is activity-based school. Every Saturday, we are taking Sani Guruji Mala, Swami Vivekananda Mala for 5th to 7th standard. And our main motto is to behind this is developing learning and good behavior habits among the students. We have got British Council Award also. From last 22 years, we are arranging Bal Kumar Sahityotsav for the students. And we invite different poetess, writers in this program. And this fully program is done by students only, like anchoring, vote of thanks, welcoming guests and all. We have not stopped our activities in this corona situation also. This is our 6th online program. And before this, we have done so many programs like Marathi Bhasha Sawardhan Pandharwada, Parikshela Jata Jata for 12th standard, SSC online guidance program, Samaj Paryavarnacha Karuya Sanmar, Chala Gadyanno Nachu Gau. This program was for the primary students. In this way, we are trying to develop our students. On 2nd October, we are cleaning Khar Station Road with the help of our students. And we are spreading the message of cleanliness in that society. And this is going on from last 40 years. Our school is not only giving also developing the personality of the students through these different programs. Now let's know more about our today's special guest. So I request Ms. Jyoti Moria teacher to give introduction of today's guest. Jyoti teacher.
Good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Jyoti Moria, an assistant teacher of Anuyog Vidyalaya. I am sure you have heard about many activities and programs which is held in the school. But the amazing thing is the school receives incentive grant which is established in slum areas for its noble work. Up to the time, 22 Bal Kumar Sahitya Utsav are celebrated, which has reached global level last year. Last year, school organized many programs, among them SSC, HSC, online guidance and environmental program. And now again in this academic year, we are here with another one, including interesting stories to drag the attention of students towards school activities. And in support of this, today we have the amazing personality amongst us. It's my great honor and pleasure privilege to introduce them. On behalf of our school, I would like to welcome our today's program president, Honorable Mrs. Sanjeevani Chindarkar Madam, member of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. She is MSc B.Ed, postgraduated diploma in counseling, MA in education. To keep herself updated, to be a lifelong learner, she had attended many workshops. And also, she's conducting her research on helping students to develop awareness of their potential as a learner in school for underprivileged children. Now, I'd like to welcome our today's chief guest, Mr. Ashok Khandilkar, sir. Well, our chief guest doesn't require an introduction as he was a former teacher of our Anuyog Vidyalaya, as he was an English teacher, but also handles the administrations of our institution. He also keep a watch on every activities and programs which held in school and put every possible effort to make it successful. He also gives suggestions to the board members of school on various topics. Apart from it, he is honored by Lieutenant Colonel Praveen Devastali Award. He makes efforts not only for the teaching, in the work which is related to our institution also. And he is very close to his students. Well, there is so much about him to say, but due to paucity of time, I conclude here and hand it over to Uma Miss. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti teacher. Now let's see our students' performance. So first, I would like to call Yuvraj Rade from 6th A to tell his story.
Good evening. My name is Yuvraj Shankar Ali. I am in 6th standard. Today I am going to say one story named Love and Time. This story took place in the island where there no any king person, no any queen or a servant. It is a story about a beautiful island who is about to sing. Let's begin with our story now. Once upon a time, there was an island where all the feelings lived. Happiness, sadness, knowledge, and all the other, including love. One day, the cloud announced to the feeling that the island would sing. So everyone scared. They constructed boats and left, except for love. Love was only one who stayed. Love wanted to hold out until the last possible moment. The island had almost sunk. Love decided to ask for help. Richness was passing by Love in a grand boat. Love said, Richness, can you take me with you? Richness answered, no, I can't. There is a lot of gold and silver in my boat. Here is no place for you. Love decided to ask Proud, who was also passing by in a beautiful vessel. Proud, please help me. I can't help you, Love. You are all wet and might damage my boat. Sadness was close by. So Love asked, Sadness, let me go with you. Oh, Love, I am so sad that I need to be by myself. Happiness was close by. So Love asked, but she was so happy that she even heard when Love called her. Suddenly a voice came. Come, Love, I will take you. It was an elder, so blessed and overjoyed. Love even forgot to ask where they were going. When they arrived at dry land, the elder went his own way. Realizing how much they owed to the elder, Love asked Knowledge, another elder, who helped me? Knowledge answered, it was time. Time? But why did time help me? Knowledge smiled with deep wisdom and answered, only time is capable of understanding how valuable love is. The moral of the story I have learned from this story that is time heals everything. Sometimes you have to go through that pain and heartbreak so that you can go to the other side and come on top. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuvraj. You said story in very nice way and you gave very nice message through your story, that is time is everything. Now next I would like to call Bhakti Raut from 7B to tell her story.
Good evening one and all present over here. Myself Bhakti Anil Rao from Standard 8B and my story name is Eklavya. Eklavya was the son of a poor hunter. He wanted to learn archery to save the deer in the forest that were being hunted by the animal. So he went to Dronacharya, a master of advanced military art, and requested him archery. Dronacharya was the teacher of royal family. In those days, as a rule, a teacher to the member of royal family was not allowed to teach the state art to anybody else. It was forbidden to make anyone as powerful as the prince for the safety of the region. But Eklavya deeply desired to study under Dronacharya. Dronacharya, bounded by the state law, could not accept him as his student. Eklavya, in his heart, had already accepted Dronacharya as his guru. He went home and made a statue of his guru. Over the following years, with sincerity and practice, he became better than the state prince. He became so good as it that he would hear the sound of an animal shoot an arrow as it and claim the animal. One day, Arjuna, the prince, found out about this talented archer, making matter worse. He saw that Eklavya was far better than him. So he went to Eklavya and asked him, "Who taught you archery?" Dronacharya said, "Eklavya." Hearing this, Arjuna was furious. He went up to Dronacharya and said angrily, "What is this? You have cheated us. What you have done is a crime. You are supposed to teach me exclusively, but you taught this man and made him more skillful than you." Dronacharya was baffled and confused at Arjuna's allegation. He wondered who this student of his was who has learned from archery from him, but whose name and identity he did not know. He thought hard, but could not come up with an answer for Arjuna. He could not believe that this student was far better than Arjuna. Both Dronacharya and Arjuna decided to meet the boy. Eklavya welcomed his master with great honor and love. He led both of them to the statue he made of Dronacharya. Eklavya had practiced over all the years, considering and believing the statue to be his guru. In ancient times, as a common practice learning, there was a Guru Dakshina, where a student gave a token of gift of free for the knowledge gained by the student. Dronacharya said, "Eklavya, you must give me some Guru Dakshina. You must give me the thumb of your right hand." Eklavya knew that without the thumb, archery could not be practiced. Eklavya, without a second thought, gave the thumb of his right hand to his guru. Dronacharya blessed Eklavya with immortality by asking him for his thumb. So, when people think of devotion, they think of Eklavya and not Arjuna. I would like to share my own thoughts related to this story. The inspiration I got from the story of Eklavya is we are determined to our goals and nothing can stop us reaching it. And God helps those who help themselves. And one of the most important lessons I want to share from this story is it's not about where you start, but where you reach. Eklavya denied training by Dronacharya because he was not from the royal family. But he still go on and became the best archer. And it's because of his great determination and dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhakti. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Devo Namaha. Yes, I dedicated these two lines for all the gurus present over here. Next, I would like to call Arifa Sardar from 9C to tell her story.
Good evening, everyone. Respected madam, teachers, principals, and all present here. Today, in this auspicious day, I am Arifa Zezul Sardar, student of 9C. I will say an inspiring story. The title of my story is Mother's Love. Once upon a time, there lived a happy family in which a couple lived. The couple were very happy. After some time, their born a cute and little dear child. Their life was full of happiness and enjoyment. After some time, in a while, in accident, the lady lose her husband. It was too tough to take care of herself and her child. For the living of her and her child was going through very difficulties. She used to work day and night to fulfill her child's every dream. Her biggest dream was that her child must go in a big reputed school. Like this time goes on, the child was too happy with her mother. He used to play with her mother. He used to go to round with her mother. They were very happy together. Now the child was been growing up. Now he was able to go to the school. Yes, he was going to that big reputed school in which her mother used to see dreams. Now time goes on. The boy started ignoring her mother because her mother just only had one eye. He started feeling that her mother does not look good because her mother just have only one eye. He started not taking her mother to the school because he think that if he will took her mother to the school, he will be ashamed among his friends. The mother used to feel very bad. She used to be very sad, but she never told anything to her child. There was no change in the behavior of the child. The child became doing more mischief. He started insulting her mom in the front of everyone. The moms tolerate her everything. She was broken from inside. She fell into tears, but she can't do anything. Then also she used to fulfill her every dreams. She never gave any shortage in his child life. Now, like this time goes on, there was no change in the boy behavior. Now, the boy had become young man. He got married. Her wife came. She also started saying that your mom doesn't look nice. I doesn't like your mom. She just have only one eye. I can't tolerate your mom. After listening all these things, mother used to feel very bad. She was broken from inside. She fell into tears. She used to talk in the frame of her husband. After listening all these complaints from her wife, the boy decided that he will expel her mother from the house. So he expelled her mother from the house. Now mother was too alone. She didn't expect this from his child. Yes, that child whom she used to love the most. The mom's life was going through very difficulties. Her living was becoming too tough as she has become old. On another side, the boy was too happy with her family. He didn't take any care, any tension about her mom. The mom life was going through very difficulties. Like this, time goes on. Now the boy birthday arrived. The mom think that she decided in this birthday, she will give her son a bouquet of flowers and she will write a letter. She was too afraid, but she couraged herself for this. She brought a bouquet of flowers and wrote a letter. In night, she walked towards the house. She rang the doorbell. The boy came and opened the door. The mom told that, "Oh my dear son, wishing you happy birthday," and given him the bouquet of flower and a letter. The boy didn't told her mother to come inside the house. The mother felt very bad. She went back from there. The boy came inside the house. He kept the bouquet of flower and sitting on a table and started reading the letter. In that letter there was written, "Oh my dear son, wishing you happy birthday. I know that you doesn't like me because I just have only one eye. I am ugly, I look bad. I know that you will be not happy that I came to your house. But my son, I can't stay without blessing you in your this precious day. My son, today I will say you one truth. I am not doing any favor while telling you the truth. But my son, I think that you must know the truth. My son, you were when 6-month-old baby, you fell down from the bed, and in the floor there was lying a toy, and a toy hit your eye. I immediately caught a fright and took you to the hospital. The doctor told that your one eye has been damaged. It can be only recovered if someone donates their one eye to you. Without thinking anything, I immediately told to doctor that please take my one eye and give this to my son. After operation, you has been recovered. You have successfully got two eye and I just have only one eye. Because my son, I was that person who donated my one eye to you. Because you must never get insulted among your friends. That's why I donated my one eye to you. My son, I will say you that a mom can be ugly, but she never can be bad. So the moral of this story is that, my friend, don't disrespect your mom. Love her the most in the whole world because she is the only one creature in this whole world who loves her children the most than herself. A mom is that person that she cannot be described in any words. She is the pillar of strength in everyone's life. She cannot be compared to anyone else. She is the best person in the whole universe. I will suggest you that, my friends, take care of yourself and your mom and love her the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Arifa. Your story was very nice. And after listening your story, I want to dedicate some nice lines for all the mothers. Mama was my greatest teacher. Mama was my greatest teacher, teacher of compassion, love, and fearlessness. If love is as sweet as flower, if love is as sweet as flower, then my mother is that sweet flower of love. Thank you, Arifa, for nice story. Now, I would like to call today's chief guest, Mrs. Rohini Chindarkar, Madam, Secretary of Anuyog Shikshan Samstha. I would like to call her for giving her opinion about program, otherwise guide our students in this auspicious day. Madam.
ओके बोल बोल तू.
कालच मराठी माध्यमाच्या मुलांचा कथाकथनाचा सप्ताह झाला होता. कालच मराठी माध्यमाच्या विभागाचा कथाकथनाचा सप्ताह पूर्ण झाला होता आणि आज इंग्लिश माध्यमाच्या मुलांनी नवीन कथा सांगण्यासाठी सप्ताह सुरू केलेला आहे. गांधी जयंती निमित्त आपण हा कार्यक्रम राबवत आहोत. जास्तीत जास्त विद्यार्थ्यांनी ह्यात सहभागी होऊन आपलं कथा सांगण्याचं कौशल्य वाढवायचं आहे. जास्तीत जास्त मुलांनी सहभागी व्हायचं आहे. आता ज्या एका मुलाने आणि 2 मुलींनी खूप छान गोष्ट सांगितली. सादरीकरण चांगलं होतं. पहिल्या मुलाने सुंदर अभिनयासहित कथा सादर केली आणि त्याच्या अभिनयामुळे ही कथा समजण्यास सोपी गेली. अशाच तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी कथा सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा आहे आणि शाळेत जे विविध उपक्रम होतील त्या सहभागी होऊन आपलं कौशल्य सर्वांसमोर सादर करायचं आहे. या कार्यक्रमाच्या आयोजकांना धन्यवाद. थँक्यू.
Thank you, madam. We feel honored to have with us today's president, Mrs. Sanjeevani Chindarkar, madam. You hardly need any introduction. You have made all of us proud of your distinguished work in numerous capacities. I request you, madam, to guide our students in some line.
Thank you, Uma. Thank you, everyone, for inviting me for being the president of this event. I am amazed the way these students courageously shared the story. I would like to appreciate how nicely they explained and talked about the moral also. There was this student who said, I would like to share my thoughts about the story of Dronacharya. So in my childhood, whenever there was a story told by our elders, we used to just listen and just follow it. We never used to question them. We never used to discuss, okay, whatever the elders are telling us, we used to just follow. But today's generation, they are exposed to the social media and they have this ability to think for themselves. I really appreciate that. And I feel like the way she talked about what she felt about Eklavya was very, very important. Yes, sometimes I feel like students will question, is that what Ms. Dronacharya did? Was it right that asking his student to give away his thumb, despite the teacher not being there when Eklavya needed him? So yes, these are the questions you should ask. I'm not saying that you have to end up into an argument, but yes, start thinking and following your thoughts, sharing your thoughts. That is what will help you develop your thinking process and develop your personality. The second aspect which I felt like, which is very important, is your gestures. Okay, your expressions tell a lot about the story. So when you're using your expressions to while telling the story, that helps the audience to engage. So despite there are errors, now there are several errors which were there, okay, and that is something which all the students have to work, but don't feel disheartened, because remember, this is not our language. All of us are non-native speakers of English. All of us are second language speakers of English. We know our Hindi language, we know our Marathi language. So had it been in that language, storytelling would have been easy. It would have been grammatically correct and it would have been perfect in terms of language. But yes, when we are using another language to tell our stories, we do several grammatical mistakes. But yes, this is something which you can work on by listening to more stories. Okay, there are a lot of online websites available, and I'll share it in the chat later on, a website which will help you to listen how the stories are told in English. Something which will also help you develop your language skills is reading. Reading and listening, speaking. Be courageous. Okay, it's okay if you do mistakes. Keep speaking. So that is going to help you develop your storytelling skills. And I'm so happy. I think there are a few more students, few more participants to whom we can listen to. Is it? Yes, Uma?
No,
Yes.
no. Done.
That's it. Okay, these three students were okay. Okay, so then I would like to also share a story with all of you based on this online environment. Now, in this pandemic situation, what has happened was initially all the parents and teachers were telling the students to keep away their mobiles and pads, iPads and tablets and computer. Okay, and they were saying, don't be on the internet. But because of this pandemic, what happened was we had to use this mobile to learn. Okay, we had to use our tablets to learn. But sometimes what happens is students do a little bit of cheating, isn't it? In the middle of the class, they will go on some other website, they will go on YouTube, they will chat with their friends. That happens. So sometimes these distractions do happen. But now we have to think about what are the disadvantages of these social media. Okay, many of you must be having your own Android phones. You will be also on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, so many things, isn't it? But then you have to be careful of the disadvantages of that social media. Yes, something which will which increases because of continuously being on social media is there's a hormone called as dopamine. Okay, just yesterday, yesterday's Marathi newspaper had this article on the hormones which develop in your brain. So there is this hormone called as dopamine, which is actually a feel-good hormone. Okay, now this feel-good hormone, everyone will say, isn't it nice if it increases, because that will make us feel good? Yes, definitely, it will make you feel good. But something which is going on increasing and which is always in a high amount is not always good, isn't it? Something which is always excess is not good. Okay, so that is what will happen with your brain. There were a lot of experiments conducted on rats, and this is what was observed. So when your dopamine levels increase, after some time people start feeling depressed. Okay, after some time people start feeling we can't enjoy any further, and it becomes a vicious cycle. Okay, so how can you save yourself from this high levels of dopamine? By these stories. Okay, listen to stories, read stories, go out, talk to your friends, be socially involved, not just on social media, but in actual physical offline situation. So that is what we need to start doing again. Meet socially. Now, right now we are doing this in an online environment, storytelling, but let's look forward to meeting in person and sharing these stories. Listen to your grandparents, share these stories with your grandparents. That is something which will be more interesting and enjoyable. So with that, I think I will end my speech. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable guidance. Now I would like to call Mrs. Neeraj Pandey, teacher, to give vote of thanks.
आभारी है हम सबके दिया मौलिक विचारों का प्रसाद, हर एक पद पर स्नेह मिलता रहे, इसी विनती के साथ सबका धन्यवाद. Good evening to one and all gathered here on this wonderful evening. Myself Neeraj Pathak, and today I am here to give the vote of thanks. On behalf of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha, firstly I would like to thanks to the today's president, Mrs. Sanjeevani Chindarkar Madam, member of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha, for giving her precious time out. Madam, your words have really inspired all of us. I sincerely thanks to today's guest, Mrs. Rohini Chindarkar Madam, Secretary of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. A great thanks to Bhai Chindarkar Sir, founder of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. Thanks to HMs of all the section. Thanks to all the teachers for the being present here. And thanks to today's speaker. My sincere thanks to go to Uma teacher and for wonderful anchoring, and Jyoti teacher for introductory speech. I would like to appreciate and thanks to our technical team for their support. Last but not least, thanks to all. Tomorrow there will be the second day of our Katha Kathan program. So be present on time, everyone. With this, we conclude our today's program. Thank you.